Alright, hello and welcome to Party 2 Cruising. I'm Patrick, and today we're going to give you a tour of the Carnival Vista. First of all, the ship is 1,055 feet long, she's 121 feet wide, and she consists of technically 14 decks because there is no 13th deck. So we're going to start our tour right up here on deck 15 in Serenity. This is deck 15, which houses your slide, your stairwell to the slide. It takes you down into the water area, and this is Serenity. Have a lot of wind breaks because this is up on deck 15 forward, so it's on the very bow of the ship. And it can get a little windy up here, but again, they put a lot of brakes up here to keep that from happening. You have restrooms on both sides, ladies on the port side, men's on the starboard. You have your bar. Now on port days, this bar does not open until 3 p.m. Coming down to deck 14, you have cabins and you have your fitness area, which is all the way forward. I will speed this up. Come through these doors and then into the beauty salon. All right, going down to deck 12. Remember, there is no deck 13. We'll bring you down here to the fitness studio. This is a very small room here. And that's pretty much it in this little room. Now we'll head into the fitness area gym. Okay, so on the opposite side of the aisle is the fitness center. So you can see plenty of treadmills. They have a lot of treadmills in here. A lot of your ellipticals. Pretty good size fitness center, as you can see. They had the weights. And then out of the fitness center. this is just your Cloud 9 area. You have to have your relaxation area where you can come and just chill out, get away from all the music, all the noise, and it's a pretty nice view. Your men's and your women's locker room. Which will bring you out to the treatment areas. As you can see, the steam sauna is in the men's locker room. There's also another one that's available for Cloud 9 spa members only. This one's open to anybody. All right, so that's your reception desk here on deck 12. Then you come out here. This will take you out to the water splash area. Continuing on, deck 12 toward the aft. You continue backwards, you're going to come up here to a good view of the pool. Alright, so these are the little sky ride bikes. It's closed right now. It was running a little earlier when we were eating. And you just go up the stairs and you catch it right there and you go naturally all the way around. These little things here are kind of weird, but some of them have seats. This one has a foosball table, and then you have your track. You have your ropes course. Again, you can access all of this from decks 12. Putt-putt golf. We'll take you into the clubhouse in a minute. Here's your basketball court, full-size court, which is also used for pickleball as well. Nobody playing at this point. They have tournaments about every day for pickleball. Got a little seating area, as you can see right there, to watch. Pool tables. And then here's one of your seats that are hidden behind the wall. And your aft pool. Bring that to you shortly. This is your smoking area down there on deck 11. Alright, this is pretty much the same, so I'm gonna fast forward this up here to so again, that just goes again behind the big screen and brings you over here to the clubhouse. clubhouse is just nothing but a little small area with a couple of foosball tables, and a couple of the bowling machines. That's pretty much it in the clubhouse. And that's pretty much going to do it for deck 12. All right. Deck 11 forward is nothing but cabins. But as we move outside, almost to midship, all right, so deck 11 as we start making our way toward the aft. It dead ends there, and you can follow this all the way around. Want to cool down, there's your shower if you're just sitting out here in the sun. So also up here on deck 11, you can come to your Gigi's or your Cucini del Capitano. That's the only thing back here. Now they're just right on each side of the ship away from each other. This is your Gigi's Asian Cafe. Kind of a small restaurant, not real big. And then directly across the hall is your Cucini del Capitano. And it's about the same size, maybe a touch bigger. So moving on. Now, one of the things you can do here is when you exit, you can come from the buffet area down the stairs, which will bring you back to the marketplace, the buffet area. So aft, deck 10, extreme aft, you have the Tides bar. You have a small pool, 2 hot tubs, you have your pizza, your Pizzeria del Capitano on the port side, and on the starboard side you have beverages over there, and then you have your seafood shack. Prices vary, like to peel and eat shrimp is market price. And then you have quite a bit of seating out here, which brings you into the Lido Marketplace, which is your buffet. Pretty big. And it goes on both sides, pretty much identical on both sides. I love the islands, the way they set up the islands, because there's usually never any lines. plenty of seating, as you can see, as I said before. And again, both sides are like this.
You're gonna have to squeal, that's all.
Quite a few beverage stations. Ice cream is on both sides. Your frozen yogurt and your ice cream, both sides of the ship. This brings you out to your pool area. You have your famous Guy's Burgers with the topping bar. Pool area. And on your opposite side, you have the Blue Iguana Cantina, where you can get your tacos, your burritos, and then your toppings bar. More beverages over there in the corner. And then out here you have your Blue Iguana Cantina bar, and then your Red Frog rum bar. Have your towel stand. As you notice, they have new towels. They are naturally softer and nicer than the old straight blue towels that they had. Which brings us inside deck 10. Now, these people have been here every day, all day, trying to get you to get a massage. And forward deck 10 ends up with nothing but cabins. Deck 9, which is our deck, nothing but cabins. All right, one thing about deck 9 is you can come outside on the bow of the ship, and you can come out here outside onto the above the bridge. Okay, so you got that area, and then you got this area here that goes around just like it did on the other side. Okay, now you can also go back up to decks 10 and go out on the front of that, and also deck 11, which you have to come to from the inside of the ship. Okay, but I want to show you something here about the privacy up here. If you're in cabin 9206, and I'm not sure what it is on the opposite side of the ship, I'd have to go look. But the problem is, because the wings on top of the bridge come outward, if you're in this cabin 9206, you have literally no privacy at all. It gets better as they go down further toward the aft, but no privacy on that balcony, 9206. So think about that before you book that cabin, and then on the opposite side as well. And as you can see, it goes up decks 9, 10, 11, and I believe 12 also. You can come out on front. Here we are in beautiful St. Thomas. 8, again, nothing but cabins. All right, so deck 7 is cabins and IMAX theater. And that's pretty much it on deck 7. You can go down 1 to Circle C, which will bring you back to deck 6. That will bring you down here, which, while we're in port, these are closed. And then you have more of your Circle C. The only other thing on deck 6 is your warehouse arcade, midship. The rest of it is cabins. Starting forward on deck 5 is the upper level of the Liquid Lounge, which is your main theater. Pretty much they can turn that into a nightclub at night by moving the chairs, which they're doing on quite a few ships now. First of all, we'll take you down the starboard side where you have your beauty and fragrances stores, your jewelry and watches, and then you have your atrium. More stores. And then over here on the port side, have your or your elevators. And you have your island traders. A little bit more store here. That's pretty much it. As we start making our way toward the aft of the ship, you have your fun shops here. Clothing company with all your Carnival logo. Also have your tanning products, all that stuff. Your Iffy store is right here on the corner. Have your ATM up here on deck 5, and then you have your sail and sign kiosk right there. And I have a video that shows you how to use that and what it's good for. Now as you make your way to the pass here, you got your piano 88, your piano bar, and if you noticed, they have cut everything down lower for ADA accommodations. Then over here we have our library bar. Again, it's not open right now. Nice quiet place to get out of all the noise. As we continue to make our way. Now, you see here, you can look down into deck 4. This is all glassed in, which keeps the smoke off of this deck. And then this is just your steakhouse. Hello. And that's your steakhouse.
Okay, you can go around.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Pretty big steakhouse, but again, this is a pretty big ship. And this is your check-in area, which is going to take us right back out to the lobby. Then on the opposite side, we have Bonsai Sushi, the Alchemy Bar, well, this is where it gets kind of weird. You're going to dead end right here, and then you're going to kind of cut over to the starboard side of the ship. Plenty of restrooms on here, which is going to bring you out to the promenade main deck again. There's your Bonsai Sushi, as I just showed you. And then you're going to go past Pixel. And then we're going to come up to the Red Frog Pub. And don't get them confused. The Red Frog Pub. where they brew their own beer. Plenty of seating in here. They have usually a solo singer and sometimes a band. Now we've been on the Spirit class ships where they have really good bands at night. But here it's pretty much a solo singer or just a small duo. And this bar goes actually back pretty far. You have your table shuffleboard, foosball tables, as you can see. Plenty of seating in here, which will take us right out into Ocean Plaza.
Green spandex and a first place dance trophy from a bagger joint. A samurai sword, green spandex, and a first place dance trophy from a bagger joint.
So sorry, what's the very last phrase?
Bagger joint, bagger. Yeah, bagger joint.
Okay, as we come toward the aft a little more, we're going to come back to the Havana bar.
English is not my first language, so I'm doing my best, right? A big hand for me, please. So,
All right, these are the staterooms and suites for the Havana. And you have to have a wristband to access a lot of the stuff here. But we'll show you the bar. The bar is open to anybody.
A jumpsuit, a samurai sword, and
Havana bar, they pretty much play, as the name explains it, pretty much Latin music. But it also takes you out to their private area. Now remember, you have to have a wristband to come out here, but I don't think they'll say anything if I'm just filming for a second. And they have 2 hot tubs, a very small pool, some seating areas. And that's pretty much it. And then you have a bar. Outside on deck 5. You have the lanais. You do have a bar here. Again, that's private to go into that gate. Now, some of the restaurants here, you can eat outside as well as inside. All right, this is where you have your pig and anchor. Unlike the XL class where they have the inside and the outside, this one's only open on sea days. And one thing I like about the lanai and stuff on the Dream class is they have the big hot tubs out there. But as you can see, they have a lot of seating. And then this is your outside area for your bonsai sushi. I showed you that from inside. One of the things about this ship is once you get to this area right here, you are pretty much done. You cannot go any further unless you go back inside. And again, another smoking area. And that, from that point on, as you can see it through the railings, it curves off up there. And that's pretty much as far as you can go. Now we're coming over to the port side, which is pretty much the same. Again, the promenade deck, as you can see, is blocked off. And this is where your library bar is. So you can actually come out here from the library bar. You got your steakhouse where you can actually sit outside. Now I'm not really sure I'd want to sit outside on a hot day to enjoy a steak. Then this is your Red Frog rum bar, or excuse me, just your Red Frog pub. I messed that up. This is your outdoor seating for that. And then as you can see, it comes to an end again at the very end of this. So it's not a promenade deck naturally that goes all the way around, and there is none except 11 and 12. They're the only ones that go all the way around. And that's pretty much it here on deck 5. And back to the lanai. All right, extreme aft on deck 4 is your Horizons restaurant. And this is the top level. The other restaurant, as you'll see, is only a 1-story. Reflections is a 2-story, which is a beautiful view when you're sitting there in the back by the windows. So coming out of the restaurant, remember this is what they call the lower promenade. They have a conference room here. They had a second conference room, but I'll show you what they did to that here shortly. This is the Limelight, but we'll show you through the other door, and that's where they do the comedy shows. So making our way forward, we come up to the Limelight Lounge. Now those are the same doors you can go out of after the show. But this is your Limelight Lounge. This is where they do the comedy. And I will tell you, if you're gonna come to the comedy shows, get here early. And you're gonna get in line. It's not like some of the ships where if you get there early, you can walk right in. They make you stand out, and that line goes almost all the way back to the casino. But it's a pretty good venue other than probably those 2 poles. Those don't bother most people, but the back ones do. But it does fill up. And it's actually nice and cold in here right now. It was very warm in here the other night once it's full. All right, coming out of the Limelight Lounge, continuing forward on the lower promenade deck. Speed this up past the art. Now, I'm not a big art, I don't collect any art, but this is on all the ships. I found that everywhere. That's actually a pretty cool piece of art. Really neat. All right, this is going to bring you into the Heroes Lounge. Now, the Heroes Lounge is kind of a cross between a sports bar, naturally, and then the Heroes Lounge, which has all the memorabilia from our military vets. Plenty of TVs. And this is where you're going to play your digital poker. This is where they have it. It's not in the actual casino. You're going to play that in here. And one thing about this lounge is it's always freezing cold in here. Once more, continuing forward on the starboard side, we're going to come to the Vista Casino. Now I'm going to do a separate video, a little more in depth on the casino here, so I'll put that in a link in the description below. But this is pretty much it. Now, one thing I'm going to say about this casino, one side is non-smoking, the other side is smoking. But they do have a non-smoking casino. I'm going to show you that in just a second, which is just a short distance from here. And again, I'm going to bring you a more in-depth thing of the casino. But if you come out these doors here and you go outside, you're going to make an immediate right. Now we're walking toward the aft again. Just by the stairwell, you're going to make a right. This used to be a conference room, and now it is the casino, non-smoking casino. Now, it's very small, I will tell you that. Now, they're working in here, but as you can see, it's small. But it treated me very, very well last night. I walked out of here with almost $1,500. All right, I'll pick you back up the other side of the casino. Still making our way back through the main. Making our way through the casino. You have 2 roulette tables, both on the smoking side. Now they love Dragon Link in here because it is one of the most popular machines, and they have quite a few of those. So, and then we still have our rigged cut the string ball, drop the ball and get the money. Your rigged vault as well, and then your cage is over here toward the forward end of the ship. There's your machines that I showed you before, which is pretty cool the way they can shut off the cashier. They just block it completely off with the doors. I've never seen that on any of the other ships. But those machines there help out a lot when you want to cash out. Just put your card in there, tell it you want to withdraw all, and it'll give you cash. And you can also change bills with them, as I showed you in the other video. All right, now we're making our way forward. You have your cherry on top here. On the starboard side, your cherry on top, and then you have your other shop there which sells like swimming equipment and stuff like that. And then you have your duty-free liquor. Now, I was really surprised at how small this liquor store is for this size of ship. Because this is the second largest Carnival ship in class size. All right, so again, there's a picture of your lobby as we make our way around. Your elevators, naturally, they're in the center, which is going to bring us to the bottom floor of your liquid lounge. So again, this is the bottom floor of your liquid lounge. As you can see, this is the bottom floor naturally. As you can see, it's pretty good. It's good side alignment unless you're behind one of those poles, but there's none in the middle. So you can see pretty good in here. And that completes deck 4. One of the things about this liquid lounge is you can take those stairs and go up to the top level. Usually those stairs are in the middle, or you can take those stairs and go back up to the second level again. This is the only other thing on your starboard side is the sunglasses store, again, which brings you into the stage where the violinists play and everybody else. Moving on, deck 3 forward is nothing but cabins, and then your lobby where you have your guest services. You have another one of those kiosks for your sale and sign, your guest services. Your lobby. They do a lot of stuff here in the lobby on this ship. You have your Dreams Studio, where they'll take your fancy pictures, and then your shore excursions desk, which down there, that other door that you see way down there takes you into the cabins on deck 3. Now the last thing on here before we get to the aft of the ship is your Reflections dining room. Now, the difference between this one and the Horizons in the back is this one is only a 1-story restaurant. This is our restaurant. And I'll show you one of the weird things about this restaurant is where it's at and right outside your windows. Okay. Is they put the lifeboats. Like our table is right over there. And that's what we get to look at, his lifeboats. All right, so this is our table, so it's not too bad. We got a little opening there between them. But for some people, that's all you see is the lifeboats. All right. All right, now normally you can't make your way out the back door, but I'm going to, which means we're gonna have to go up or down because that wall is the galley. So we're gonna have to go up, and I'll meet you back down on deck 3. Here, if you have a function, you can go in there. They are having a function in there, so I'm not gonna go in there, but that's the conference rooms. And I believe it's only one of 2 left. You have one over here on this side and one on the opposite side. Now that we have went up and down and back down on deck 3, this is the bottom floor of your Horizons restaurant. Okay, deck 2 is pretty much nothing but cabins, but these are your Family Harbor Suites, which will bring us back to their own little special snack bar back here. I'll speed this up. All right, so here's your little area that you can have just for the Family Harbor Suites people.
Go this way. Go this way. Here, buddy.
Okay, so they have their own snacks. And that's pretty much it for deck 3. Excuse me, deck 2. All right, and deck 1, the final deck, other than 0, which is nothing, is cabins.